the late reviews just keep on coming. So Spencer is a biographical drama focused on Princess Diana, who in this film is portrayed by Kristen Stewart, as we follow Princess Diana in her last days in the royal family. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Spencer.
Excellent!
Spencer was a movie that I was definitely interested in. Now, was I excited for the film? I wouldn't say I was excited for the film, but interested in? Most definitely. I did see a trailer and I saw some footage of this film when I was in Vegas for CinemaCon, and what I saw I really liked. At the same time, the film did scream Oscar bait for me, but at the same time, it looked like Oscar bait that I was interested in for one reason, and that is because, like I mentioned earlier, it focuses on Princess Diana, who, by the way, I have done research on Princess Diana from time to time. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan of hers, but she is a person that I have looked at from time to time because she has a very interesting life that ended very tragically. When I went to go see the film, I took my mother to go see it with me, who, by the way, my mother is a massive fan of Princess Diana. I mean, she has looked up everything there is to know about her, and I'm pretty sure she has seen every documentary under the sun about Princess Diana. So if anyone should see this movie, it would be her. And I'm happy to say that not only I enjoyed the film, but she actually loved the film. My mother loved it. Besides Kristen Stewart, there are other good actors in this movie, like Sean Harris is in the film, Timothy Spall is in the film, and also Sally Hawkins is in the film. They're all very good. But here's the thing. Spencer is the Kristen Stewart movie. This is Kristen Stewart's show. Before I continue on and talk about her performance, I want to address something here really quick. Kristen Stewart is a great actor. I mean, she is a terrific actor. It's just very unfortunate that she happened to be the main person, the lead, of one of the worst franchises of all time. That's that franchise being Twilight. And ever since she has been in Twilight, I feel like has cast a shadow on her ever since, even after that franchise has been done. If you haven't seen her out of Twilight, and if you're only criticizing her because of Twilight, please shut the fuck up and watch other performances, because clearly you are not seeing what Kristen Stewart has to offer. I feel like this is the movie that's going to prove people wrong about Kristen Stewart, or hopefully finally prove people wrong, because I'm telling you all right now, this is by far Kristen Stewart's best performance, and I'm going to take this even further than that. I think out of all the performances I have seen this year, this is by far the best performance I have seen from an actor all year. Princess Diana, she was lovable, she had this very warm aura to her, she was friendly, and she was a rock star, not only to London, but to pretty much everybody. But unfortunately, due to her time in the royal family, she had a lot of fear in her, she had a paranoia, she was very nervous, she felt like she was being watched constantly. I am very confident in saying that Kristen Stewart embodied Princess Diana. She did such a great job of showing the warmth of her, the lovability of Princess Diana, showing why she was a rock star, the relationship she has with her kids, and not to mention, I thought Kristen Stewart did such a great job of portraying the paranoia, the fear of being watched, and her looking around to seeing basically what the paparazzi was going to publish about her in the tabloids or in the papers. And not only did she look like her, but holy shit, did she sound almost just like her. When my mother was showing me the documentary, she said to me, okay, listen to her voice and tell me how good she did. I listened to her voice and I turned to my mother and I said, holy crap! Something else that I really liked about Spencer was the directing by Pablo Larraín, to which I hope I didn't just butcher your name there, sir. Spencer is marketed as a biological drama, and it definitely is a drama. But a lot of the time, I feel like the way this movie was directed was more than a drama. In some ways, how the film was directed came off more like a psychological horror film. This was not at a time when Princess Diana was being watched all the time, basically being in the fear of, hey, what if the paparazzi see your curtains open, let's say if you're naked, how she was being constantly watched and judged by the royal family. And I thought that Pablo Larraín did such a great job of portraying or showcasing the mental health aspect in a psychological horror way. Talking about the cinematography, guys, Spencer is a gorgeously shot film. I mean, this movie looks absolutely amazing. One of the things that I absolutely loved about this movie is not just the cinematography, but how this film looks. Spencer looks like a film that was shot in the 1990s and brought to the 2020s, because that is exactly how this film looks and how it looks like it feels as well. Spencer has a dreamlike quality to its picture, to which my mom said takes place in London, so it makes sense. But at the same time, while the film has this dreamlike quality to its imagery, at the same time, how the camera moves, you get this vibe, this undercurrent of, like I mentioned before, of a psychological thriller, psychological horror at the same time. The color palette of this film, I mean, like I mentioned, the film looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks lavish. There are some parts where the scenery of London just radiates. Oh my god, the production on this movie is absolutely gorgeous too. One thing in particular that I absolutely loved about Spencer was the film's costume design. In particular, how this film separates Princess Diana from everybody else. Everybody else in the film, whether they're a big actor like, let's say, Sally Hawkins or Sean Harris, or a smaller actor, everybody in this film is wearing either very standard clothes or clothes you'd expect someone to wear when they're in the royal family. I love the way that they make her stand out so much. In particular, there's a sequence in this film where she is wearing this red outfit. I love the way the costume design made her look so radiant and so lavish from everybody else. The film's score is absolutely incredible. The film score has this very lovely vibe to it, but at the same time, when it goes into those more psychological aspects, it definitely has a certain sound to it. The musical score in the movie was brilliant.
Well, that's just fucking great!
Before I had seen this film, many people I know and follow, they had said one of three things. One was that the film was absolutely incredible. Two was that the film was either one of the best films of the year, if not the best film of the year. And I saw them saying this, that the film was a masterpiece. Do I agree with any of those things? Unfortunately, I do not. When it comes down to the cast of this film, there are some great cast members in this film. Like I mentioned, Kristen Stewart was amazing in the film. Timothy Spall was in the film, Sally Hawkins is in the film, and Sean Harris is in the film. These characters are playing very pivotal parts in this film. My main issue with this part is this. When it came to Princess Diana's interactions with these specific people, they do have screen time, do not get me wrong, and they obviously have very important roles in this film to Princess Diana's life. But at the same time, I feel like that these guys were just there. I just feel like the supporting characters were not given nearly enough time. Only a couple of interactions is the very best. The pacing of this movie sometimes drags to a screeching halt. Spencer is about an hour 50 around there, but man, there are times where this film feels like 2.5 hours. There are many parts in this movie where the film makes a point, and it's made its point pretty well. But then there are certain parts where even after it's made its point, it goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. There's at least 3 times where I was just like, okay, I get the point. You can go to the next scene now. There's a very pivotal moment in this movie to which I want to spoil for y'all. It cuts to this thing. And this thing, at a certain point, I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. But the part just keeps going and going and going to the part where when it cuts back to the next part, or it cuts back to the scene where it's originally taking place at, I completely forgot what was going on because it kept going on that long. I feel like that there were certain scenes that just added nothing to what was actually going on the entire film.
And here we go.
So overall, did I think that Spencer was a tad bit overpraised? Yes, I did. At the same time though, did I still enjoy Spencer? Absolutely I did. Spencer is a well-made film that has an Oscar performance from Kristen Stewart, and it's well directed throughout. All in all, I'm gonna give Spencer a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Again, I don't think the film was incredible. I don't think it's one of the best films of the year, nor do I think it's a masterpiece. But at the same time, I still really enjoyed the film. Kristen Stewart absolutely killed it, and I do really want to see some Oscar love for her. I'd love to see Kristen Stewart win just to prove the naysayers wrong. So comment down below and let me know. Have you guys seen Spencer? What did you all think? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if y'all want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames are in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of Spencer. If so, push that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell whenever the latest video of mine goes live. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 videos, please click right there or right there. And of course, until my next video or review, I'll see you all next time.